we are here to demonstrate the field stripping and cleaning of a Mosin Nagant rifle after firing surplus corrosive ammo. First step is going to be remove the bolt. And the next step is going to be to clean the barrel and to remove the corrosive salts left by the surplus ammunition. And we're going to do that using an ammonia-based window cleaner, a patch, a rod, a little bit of elbow grease, and we'll go ahead and demonstrate that now. Once you've got the patch run through the weapon, take your window cleaner and give it a good spray. More is better. Window cleaner's cheap, patches are cheap. Once you've got it good and soaked, go ahead and pull the patch back through the rifle. Remove the patch, discard it, load it up and do it again. So after pulling about 10 patches soaked in window cleaner through the barrel, we can be assured all the salts have been removed from the barrel. So we're going to move on to the next step, which is going to be brushing the rifle with a brass brush after it has been thoroughly soaked with Hops No. 9 solvents. And we are going to apply the solvents with a clean patch, and we're just simply going to dip the solvents, run the patch up and down the barrel slowly, making sure that we get a nice coating of the solvents all the way up and down the barrel. And depending on how many rounds have been fired through the rifle, you may want to let the solvent soak for a while before beginning the brushing, which we will now demonstrate. Once you have attached your brass brush to your rod, we're simply going to move down to the muzzle end of our rifle, inserting the brush into the barrel, and we're going to take care to use this muzzle device to protect our crown, and we will begin brushing. We're simply going to brush all the way up and all the way back down. And you'll want to do this a number of times depending on how many rounds you have fired through your gun and how dirty it really is. So once we've done that, we'll want to put our patch tip back on our rod and begin patching the barrel to dry it and make sure all our solvents have been removed at this time. Put a patch on now. Same thing, insert the patch. We'll use our muzzle device, protect our crown. And we'll take a peek, see what kind of solvent we've got left. So you'll want to do this a few times. As you can see, we need to get some more solvents out of there. Alright, once we have run a number of dry, clean patches up and down our barrel and have pulled out a clean, dry patch, we know all our solvents has been removed and that the barrel is now ready for a light film of oil, which we're going to use some gun oil, a clean patch, and our rod. Simply insert the oil patch into the gun and run it up and down the barrel. So now that the barrel has been oiled, that pretty much takes care of the internals of our barrel, and we can move on to disassembly, cleaning, and reassembly of the bolt for our rifle. And we'll show you how that goes right now. Alright, we will now demonstrate disassembly and cleaning of our bolts. And for the purposes of this video, we will focus on removal of any corrosive salts left behind from our surplus ammo. So we'll demonstrate that now. So we are going to decock our bolt. Simply give it a slight tug and turn it counterclockwise. Our bolt is now uncocked and ready to come apart. Just like that. 3 major pieces. This is as far as we need to go in our fuel strip right now. So we will go back to our ammonia-based window cleaner, giving everything a good thorough soaking, making sure any areas that may have been affected by our salts are covered. So let's use a brush and give everything a good thorough scrubbing. And of course your bolt may vary how much you need to scrub it. This one's pretty clean, so you'll have to use your own discretion on how much and where it needs to be scrubbed. Firing pin obviously has been hit by salt, so we want to make sure that's good and clean. Any cracks, crevices that we can get into, give it a scrub. Alright, just want to go ahead and dry the bolts, all the surfaces we can get to here. Try to remove as much of that window cleaner right now as possible. So our next step is going to be, once we've got this good and dry, we will apply a coating of our hops number 9 solvent to make sure any other fouling can be cleaned and removed. And we'll do that right now by using a Q-tip or solvent. So again, just want to make sure all our areas that have been affected are coated, and depending upon how dirty your bolt is, you may wish to let this soak or maybe even apply a second coating if necessary. Again, firing pin is a major concern as it comes in direct contact with our rounds. Just go ahead and get in there with your brush. Make sure anything dirty has been removed. Alright, grab a rag, let's get off as much of our solvents as we can. And you may want to take some time, get into all our cracks and spots, make sure everything is as dry as possible. Alright, once all our solvents have been removed, we want to get rid of the Windex rag and apply a light coat of our gun oil to all our surfaces. Alright, we'll wipe this off and we'll show you how to reassemble the bolt now. Alright, now that we have our bolt thoroughly cleaned and oiled, we can go ahead and reassemble it. So you take your bolt, take your guide bar, align it to your firing pin, align it to the cocking piece at the back of the bolt, so that it slides into place. Take your bolt head, slides and twists into position. Then you can take your bolt, give it a tug, turn it clockwise. Bolt is now cocked and ready for use in our rifle. Alright, now that we have our rifle thoroughly cleaned and oiled, we have our bolt thoroughly cleaned and oiled, our rifle is good and free from any corrosive salts. We can now insert our bolts back into our gun like so. Thanks for watching.